Testing. But we're all right. We got a quorum. All right, we got a quorum, so we're going to get started. We'll call the meeting to order. First line of business is to approve the minutes from August 13, 2025 MPO policy board meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion or questions?
Just after we do this line item, can I introduce? Yes.
Sure, unless you want to wait till we get through it to the end.
I'd like to do it first.
Okay, that's fine. All right. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to introduce Kent Lawrence, the mayor-elect for the city of Decatur. Take office November 1st. Good to have you with us, Kent. Thank you so much. And, you're going to enjoy working with us.
Look forward to it.
All right, Missy Evans is mayor-elect of Hartsville. She's sitting beside Ken, so
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome. Anybody else? I don't know this gentleman, so I don't know. No, I know him. I'm behind you.
What's Thomas in Decatur?
Okay, all right. So everybody knows everybody now? All right, we'll move on then. Adopt resolution 2537, adopting the Title VI non-discrimination assurances for the Decatur area MPO.
All right, I'm gonna give you the short version since we're pushed for time. Basically, we do a Title VI assurances each year for the MPO. That goes to the Department of Transportation in Montgomery. In the past, we have filled out a questionnaire and a document, and that's went to Montgomery, and that has been sufficient over the 30 years I've been doing this. We still have to do that each year. I have done that, and it will be going to Montgomery along with these assurances. A lot of changes on the federal level now, so basically what they did is ALDOT went in and did the assurances, and the next item that's on the agenda, their attorneys has looked at this. They told us to tailor it towards our MPO, so what we did was we replaced ALDOT's name with the MPO's name, and the document should be signed. If it's approved today, we'll send it to Montgomery, and it will go up on our website if anybody has any Title VI issues. Since we are MPO, we receive money, federal funding, state funding, local funding, we're under the Title VI umbrella.
Sounds good. All right, you heard Dwayne's explanation. Do we have a motion to approve resolution 2537?
So moved.
Motion, have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion or question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item 3 carries. Moving down to item 4, adopt resolution 2538, adopting Title VI discrimination complaint procedures for the Decatur area MPO.
This goes along with that. It will go to Montgomery also. The document was prepared by ALDOT. It was checked by their legal department. We took and replaced ALDOT's name with the MPO name. We've always had a formal complaint. If you have a complaint against the MPO, against the state, against an individual that's working on these projects, the complaint always goes to Federal Highway Administration, and the Federal Highway Administration determines action, and it comes back. This just basically formalizes that procedure. This will go up on our website too. If anybody has a complaint, they can fill it out.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion or questions? All in favor of adopting this resolution? Any opposed? All right, moving on. Resolution 2539 to amend the current TIP to decrease funding on the following project, which is intersection of improvements on Bond Ridge Road at State Road 31 and Hawthorne.
This project's an MPO funded project. It's actually decreased in cost. From my understanding is it's bid. These numbers should be pretty close to actual numbers. So we're running it to MPO with a decreased cost for improvement.
Heard Dwayne's explanation, we have a motion.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and second, any discussion or questions? All in favor? Motion approved. Moving on. Adopt resolution 2540 to amend the current TIP to add the following project. Railroad crossing improvements for upgrading the gates, bells, lights, signs, markings, and legends at North Seneca Drive, Norfolk Southern, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is a railway safety project for the city or town of Trinity. This project's been a long time coming. It's actually put gates up out in Trinity. The gates have not ever been there. And it's going to be a good safety enhancement for the town of Trinity.
Thanks, sir. You heard Dwayne's explanation. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion and second. Any discussion or questions? All in favor of approving? Any opposed? Item carries. Item number 7, adopt resolution 2541 to amend the current TIP to add the following projects. Railroad crossing improvements with installation of bell and panel box, upgrade sidewalk crossings, bell gates, lights, markings, and legends on Main Street East and CSX Railroad.
Yeah, this is the same type. It's a railroad safety project in the city of Hartsville. It's 100% funded. So
All right, we have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Our motion and second. Any discussion or questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Item number 8, adopt resolution 2542 approving the FY 2026 Highway Safety Improvement Program targets for FY 2026.
these are the performance management targets that ALDOT sets every year. 4 or 5 years ago, the MPO actually adopted a resolution that basically stated that the MPO would follow ALDOT's guidelines on performance measures. ALDOT sets these measures each year. These are safety measures, and you can read them about what their numbers are, but they need to get them numbers or below, and it satisfies the requirements in the federal transportation bill.
Thanks, sir. You heard Dwayne's explanation. Do we have a motion to adopt resolution 2540? Motion, we have a second. Motion and second. Any discussion or questions? All in favor? Resolution carries. We don't have any business. I don't think. No business. All right. At this time, we'll hear from anybody who wants to speak for ALDOT.
All right, project update as far as projects under construction. We've got our I-65 bridge maintenance project that's been ongoing. Continue to work on cap repairs and replacing the bearing pads up in the relief portion of the structure. We'll have to pause that work for a few months through the winter months because of migratory bird policies that we have to adhere to, and that work will pick back up in the spring and should finish up hopefully early next summer. I-65 resurfacings in Morgan County. The first phase is from south of the county line up to just south of State Route 36. Majority of that paving is complete. We're still working on the open graded friction course coming over the mountain at Lake Con down to the bridges there at Flint Creek. Phase 2 is from south of 36 up to just north of the river, and looking like we'll probably wait and begin that project next spring as we kind of get into our cooler nights, because we're having to do this work at night. It looks like that's going to be how we'll approach that. So that project would be finishing up next summer. I-65 sign replacements from Coleman County up to the Tennessee state line. Contractors on site have been working on installing foundations and having signs fabricated, and so we should see those signs being replaced in the coming months. I-65 ITS project. Contractor has placed most of the poles and the conduit for the fiber, and they should be installing some of the hardware and cameras and other equipment that will be placed on the poles soon. Decatur's Causeway Lighting Project, that project's basically complete. I believe they've been working on a few issues to kind of final that project out. It should be finished up in the next month or so. Decatur's access management and sidewalk improvements along 6th Avenue. A contractor just started work. They've been working on constructing the sidewalks on the east side of 31 there. And they've placed some of the signals that are to be removed in the flash and work through the process of removing those. Resurfacing projects. We've got a project on the Beltline from US 31 over to State Route 24. All the paving associated with that is complete, and we're waiting on final striping for that project. Resurfacing State Route 24 from Lawrence County line to the Beltline. All the main line paving is complete. We're working on pulling the side roads and some of the driveway entrances and things like that, and crossovers, and that project should be finishing up in the coming month or so. Intersection improvements at South Greenway Drive and State Route 24 is a trip project in Trinity. Contractors in the procurement phase for the signal equipment, and that work should be starting later this year or early next year. Hartzell's project to improve the intersection of Alm Bridge Road at US 31. They held a pre-con recently, and that work should be beginning soon. Replacement of culvert on West Morgan Road over Baker's Creek. They held a pre-con today for that project, and county said that project should begin soon as well. Projects in the design phase for ALDOT. Bridge replacements on US 31 over Norfolk Southern Railroad, just out by our district office. We've been working through some modifications that were mandated by Norfolk Southern. We believe we have that issue resolved, and we'll be doing some modifications to our design. That project probably will be at hopefully early fiscal year 27. Bridge replacements on I-65 near Lakon. It's 4 bridges over CSX Railroad and Flint Creek. We're still interacting with CSX to finalize what they'll allow us to do over their right of way and some of the improvements we need to make that would be installed on their right of way. Once we finalize that with them, we'll be able to progress our design further. That's probably a fiscal year 27 project as well at this point. We have a project to do some deck rehab on I-65. It's the bridges over State Route 67 in Priceville. And then there's a pair of bridges over Cedar Creek just south of Thompson Road. It will be removing the top few inches of the deck through a hydroblasting technique and replacing that concrete. We're advancing that project through our design section in Tuscumbia. Those plans are about 65% complete. Project's currently scheduled for fiscal year 27, but if we're able to finish our design, we might let it go earlier. MPO projects in the design phase. Lando Keene Road at State Route 36, intersection improvements. Plans are approximately 85% complete. Right-of-way acquisition was authorized earlier this summer, and my staff will be handling that acquisition. They begin the appraisal process and should be starting to contact property owners to purchase those tracts. Church Street reconstruction in the city of Decatur from US 31 to Somerville Road. Those plans are proceeding to 85% complete, and it's currently scheduled for a summer of 26 late. HRIP projects in the design phase. Decatur has a project to improve the intersection of State Route 67 at Upper River Road, install a signal. Those plans are approximately 85% complete, and it's currently scheduled for fiscal year 2026 letting. And Hartsel has a project to improve the intersection of US 31 at Sparkman Street. Those plans are basically complete. I think there's going to be some modifications due to property development just north of the intersection. And so there's going to be a few adjustments to the design. And so that might cause that project to be at maybe, it was scheduled for November, but maybe be December or January. So, and that's all I have, unless there's something I missed that somebody's interested in.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else have anything else?
Just from the MPO standpoint, I would like to thank the members for your dedicated service over the last, couple of terms. I know we got some folks that's leaving, we got some folks coming in, but I appreciate working with all of y'all throughout our time on the MPO. Y'all been a big help to me. The new ones coming on board, probably November after you take office, after 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have a orientation, always have orientation and take y'all through what the MPO does, what the responsibilities are. Because it's a regional organization and you have a lot of different folks sitting across the table. And there's a lot of layers to it, but I always try to take and try to educate you what little I know and try to get you up to speed. Anybody here is welcome to come to that training if you want to come as a refresher, but we'll take you through how the federal funding works and how all this ties in together. Other than that, we're still working on a long-range transportation plan. We also are keeping up with a new federal transportation bill. The transportation bill runs out next year. They're doing markups now. Been on a couple of conference calls, national conference calls, where they're talking about different things in the new transportation bill. It's always some surprises in there to what regulations come out and what regulations go in anytime there's a new bill that comes up. But again, I appreciate everybody's service and dedication and welcome y'all aboard too. So,
All right, you about to say anything they like to say? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
No.
15 minutes, what you did?
Just wanted to vote against it. Thank y'all.
You can't vote against it if you